Welcome to Mind Code, the channel created to help you think better, feel better, and live happier. Every single video you watch here is a small, powerful step toward becoming the best version of yourself. Have you ever noticed how the exact same situation can leave one person feeling completely calm, while another is absolutely furious? The difference isn't the situation itself. It's the thoughts we choose to attach to it. Your thoughts are not just random words floating around in your head, they are the powerful language that literally programs your emotions. Here's the incredible part: if you can learn to manage your thinking, you can change the way you feel, often instantly. Let's dive a little deeper. Every single emotion you experience, from joy to sadness to frustration, begins with a thought. Sometimes, this thought happens so fast you don't even consciously notice it. Imagine this scenario: you're walking down the street and see a friend on the other side. You wave, but they just walk past without saying hello. Now, your initial thought could be, "She totally ignored me. Maybe she's angry with me." What happens next? That thought immediately creates feelings of hurt, confusion, or even anger. But what if, in that same moment, you chose a different thought? What if you thought, "Well, she must be really distracted today. Maybe she didn't even see me." With that simple shift, you remain calm, maybe even a little concerned for your friend, but you stay positive. See, it's the same event, but a different thought leads to a completely different emotion. Your brain is constantly interpreting life through the filter of your thoughts. These interpretations, not the external world, are what create your emotional reality. You're not just reacting to what happens, you're reacting to what you think about what happens. This is the foundational secret to emotional mastery. It's not about controlling the world around you, which is impossible, but about learning to guide the world within you by understanding this connection. You're taking the first step toward gaining real control over your emotional well-being. Now, let's talk about that voice inside your head. You know the one I'm talking about. It's always on, narrating your day, judging your actions, predicting the future, and replaying the past. Psychologists have a name for this: self-talk. It's the constant, running commentary of your life. Think about the tone of your inner voice. Is it mostly negative? Does it sound something like this: "I'm not good enough for that job. I always mess things up. People probably don't really care what I have to say." If that's the voice you're listening to all day, your emotions will naturally match those thoughts. You'll feel a baseline of sadness, anxiety, fear, and low confidence. It's like having a relentless critic living inside your mind, pointing out every flaw and predicting every failure. But what if you could change that voice? What if your inner voice became your biggest supporter, your most loyal friend? Imagine it saying, "I can handle this challenge. I'm learning and growing from this experience. I am so much stronger than I think." When your self-talk shifts in this direction, your entire emotional state transforms along with it. You don't need a completely new life to feel happier. You just need a new lens through which you see your current life. That new lens is a kind, supportive, and encouraging inner voice. So, how do we actually do this? How do we go from being at the mercy of our thoughts to being in charge of them? Here's a simple, 3-step process you can start using today to reprogram your thinking and take control of that inner voice. First, and most importantly, is awareness. You have to start by simply catching your thoughts as they happen. Throughout your day, especially when you feel a negative emotion creeping in, pause and ask yourself, "What am I saying to myself right now?" Just notice the thought without judgment. Are you criticizing yourself? Are you worrying about the future? Just observe. Second, question the thought. This is a game changer. Just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Not every thought that pops into your head deserves to be believed. Ask yourself, is this thought a verifiable fact, or is it just a fear, an assumption, or an old story I'm telling myself? You'll be amazed at how many of our most painful, negative thoughts are just temporary. Dramatic stories we've created, not concrete facts. And third, replace it with a better one. Once you've identified and questioned the negative thought, you consciously choose a more balanced, kind, and empowering alternative. For example, instead of "I can't do this, it's too hard," try shifting to "I'll take it one step at a time." Instead of the crushing thought, "I'm a failure," reframe it as "I'm learning something valuable from this experience." Remember, the goal here isn't to lie to yourself or engage in toxic positivity. It's about leading yourself. You're gently guiding your mind away from destructive patterns and toward a more helpful, realistic, and compassionate perspective. When you consistently practice changing your thoughts, something amazing happens on a biological level. You literally change your brain chemistry. Positive, balanced, and empowering thoughts trigger the release of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, often called the happiness chemicals. These are the chemicals that make you feel good, motivated, and content. On the flip side, when your mind is stuck in a loop of negative, fearful, or angry thoughts, your body releases cortisol, the primary stress hormone. High levels of cortisol over time can lead to anxiety, fatigue, and a host of other health issues. This is why people who seem consistently optimistic aren't just lucky, they're trained. They have, consciously or unconsciously, trained their minds to look for the good, to reframe challenges, and to speak to themselves with kindness. They have conditioned their brains to think differently, which in turn makes them feel differently. This isn't magic. It's mental fitness, and just like physical fitness, it's a skill that anyone can develop with consistent practice. Your mind is, without a doubt, the most powerful tool you will ever have. It shapes your entire existence. What you think, you feel. What you feel, you become. And what you become, that is the very essence of your life. So, the next time you feel your mood start to drop, or a wave of anxiety hits, don't just fight the feeling. Pause for a moment and gently ask yourself, what was the thought that just created this emotion? Because when you master your thoughts, you master your life. Thank you so much for joining me today. Which part of our session helped you the most, or felt most useful to you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found value in this, please give this video a like and subscribe to Mind Code for more steps toward a better you. See you next time.